got tremendous skills, great footwork, great reflexes. You know, the combinations are just perfect. So I got nothing negative to say. He's a tremendous fighter.
And you watched his fight on Saturday, Vasily.
Yes.
What did you take away from watching him in action?
I think it was very slow.
He's got tremendous skills, great footwork, great reflexes. You know, the combinations are just perfect. So I got nothing negative to say. He's a tremendous fighter.
And you watched his fight on Saturday, Vasily.
Yes.
What did you take away from watching him in action?
I think it was very slow. Sorry, Mikey, but it was very slow. I think you make it faster your punches. Yeah. You always want his knockout. Yeah, always you want. The first fight you go. You won't make one punch. Yeah.
Yeah, the first skills. He's got tremendous skill.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boxing Facts for Fiction. I need you to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. This is a video of Mikey Garcia. It's an old video of Mikey Garcia and VASYL Lomachenko when they met. VASYL Lomachenko, he had a lot of negative things to say about Mikey Garcia, but Mikey Garcia was the first one to go. And Mikey Garcia had a lot of positive things to say about VASYL Lomachenko. After Mikey Garcia was done talking, it was VASYL Lomachenko's turn. I respect VASYL Lomachenko because VASYL Lomachenko doesn't hold his tongue. I mean, VASYL Lomachenko completely took Mikey Garcia apart. He said when this guy throws punches, he telegraphs his punches. He takes forever to punch. He sees his punch coming from a mile away. He's too slow. I mean, it was one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen. Mikey Garcia was he was pissed off. He probably regretted saying a lot of positive stuff about VASYL Lomachenko. But I'm glad VASYL Lomachenko said. But like I said, I'm glad VASYL Lomachenko keeps it 100. He's not afraid to speak his mind. I like guys like that who tell you the truth straight up instead of lying to your face and saying, oh, he's a great fighter, when in reality they feel like you're not that good. VASYL Lomachenko told Mikey straight to his face, he said, man, you're very slow. You telegraph every single punch. So VASYL Lomachenko definitely believe he can beat Mikey Garcia, and I do as well.
VASYL, you know, with Mikey Garcia, the Spence thing, what's the big fight out for you there now that fight might be gone?
I wait for Mikey Garcia. I wait 2019, and I won't make this fight.
If he loses the fight, though,
doesn't matter. He loses bigger guys.
How high can you go in weight? Do you think you've done it in 3 weight classes? Can you go higher than this?
No, we'll see. Now I think I'm too small for one.
Then Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence. What's your take on that?
I think yes. Yeah, it's bigger fight.
Who do you think will win that fight, Spence and Garcia? Do you think Mikey could beat Spence?
No.
Why not?
Too much biggest different size. No, it's too much. Yeah, Errol Spence is a good boxer. He's he's one bet of the best. So, but we'll see. It's a boxing.
But is that the fight you feel will solidify your legacy? That can make you the great. I mean, you're already going to go to the Hall of Fame, but if you beat Mikey, do you feel like that would solidify your legacy?
Нет, солидифай. Ну, чтобы ты станешь побольше, что исполнится ли твой, как бы скажем, уже то, что ты задумал.
My goal and my dream is unificate all titles. I want to be undisputed world champion. That's my goal. Doesn't matter who hold the belts, Mikey or Pedraza. For all belts.
And everybody talks about you and Crawford 1 and 2, pound for pound. Does that matter to you? Do you feel people should recognize you're #1 pound for pound alone?
Yes. I want to be pound for pound boxer #1.
But what makes you better, you feel, than all the other fighters that are up there on that list?
I need top fights and I need top fighters.
Man, I got so much respect for VASYL Lomachenko, man. When you listen to the guy talk, how can you hate this guy? He's telling you out his own mouth he still wants that Mikey Garcia fight. He's telling you Mikey Garcia is definitely going to lose to Errol Spence. And even if Mikey Garcia loses, he wants that Mikey Garcia smoke. This is the same Mikey Garcia that said he wanted to fight VASYL Lomachenko. He invited VASYL Lomachenko up to 135, man. VASYL Lomachenko wants that smoke. VASYL Lomachenko doesn't care if Mikey Garcia loses to Errol Spence Jr. He wants that fight. VASYL Lomachenko wants to be undisputed at 135. Mikey Garcia, if he loses to Errol Spence, needs to go back down in weight. And don't duck VASYL Lomachenko. VASYL Lomachenko said his fight with Mikey Garcia can be even bigger than the Errol Spence Jr. fight. I think it could be as big, but Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia fight is being built as a really big fight. I'm surprised. I think it will probably be the toughest fight for VASYL Lomachenko if he had to fight Mikey Garcia, but it depends how bad Mikey Garcia get beat up by Errol Spence if Mikey Garcia loses his confidence, because that will be Mikey Garcia's first loss. So when a fighter takes his first loss, he loses a lot of confidence. But I still see VASYL Lomachenko winning that fight, even if Mikey never moved up to fight Errol Spence Jr. I still see VASYL Lomachenko winning that fight. But yeah, guys, check out the other videos I did. This is an add-on to a video I did.
Loma, still want the Mikey fight?
Huh?
Still want Mikey?
Of course.
Hello, VASYL, congratulations on your victory tonight. Was there a strategy behind your economical punch output early in the fight? It seemed like you started the fight slow, picked your punches, and then you built the pace towards the later rounds, like the 11th when you do a lot.
Loma, still want the Mikey fight?
Huh?
Still want Mikey?
Of course.
Hello, VASYL, congratulations.
Loma. Loma, still want the Mikey fight?
Huh?
Still want Mikey?
Of course.
Hello, VASYL, congratulations on your victory tonight.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boxing Facts over Fiction. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. This is a picture of Mikey Garcia and VASYL Lomachenko. These guys are about the same size. Only difference here, Mikey Garcia just has a big ass head. I mean, that's the only difference. Mikey Garcia has a big ass head. But these guys are the same size. There's no difference here. They're the same height. But the interview you just heard was an old interview of VASYL Lomachenko. This was from December 9th. VASYL Lomachenko, after his fight with Jose Pedraza, in a fight that was very close and competitive. I mean, you can go back and look at that interview or look at the post-fight. VASYL Lomachenko looked badly damaged. I've never seen him pepper like that. His whole face looked horrible. I mean, both his eyes was swollen. Unfreaking believable. I've personally never seen a Terrence Crawford or one of these other top pound-for-pound fighters look as bad as VASYL Lomachenko looked after the Jose Pedraza fight. This is the same Jose Pedraza Gervonta Tank Davis smashed and still looked good after he smashed Jose Pedraza in seven rounds. I think Gervonta Tank Davis can give VASYL Lomachenko that work right now. I'm not going to say he's going to win, but I think he can give him a lot. But VASYL Lomachenko, even though he had a tough fight, after moving up with Jorge Linares, he fought Pedraza. And now, after he fought Pedraza, the guy says he wants that Mikey Garcia smoke. And then Mikey Garcia does the unthinkable, move up 2 weight divisions to fight Errol Spence, which is ridiculous. Mikey Garcia completely ducks Lomachenko.
Loma, still want the Mikey fight?
Huh?
Still want Mikey?
Of course.
Hello, VASYL, congratulations on your victory tonight. Was there a strategy behind your economical punch output early in the fight? It seemed like you started the fight slow, picked your punches, and then you built the pace towards the later rounds, like the 11th when.
Now, I had to play it again so you guys can know I don't bullshit when I tell you guys I know what I'm talking about. Mikey Garcia completely ducks VASYL Lomachenko. He invited VASYL Lomachenko up to 135. VASYL Lomachenko comes up to 135. And what does this guy do? He moves up to 147 to fight the boogeyman Errol Spence, which is ridiculous. Now, we're not going to call Mikey Garcia courageous for moving up 2 weight classes to fight Errol Spence Jr. And what we are going to call him is retarded. I never asked for that fight. And I'm sure a lot of you guys never asked for that fight. What I asked for was a fight, Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko, like Mikey Garcia invited Lomachenko. Let me go ahead and play this interview for you guys.
Mikey, would you want to fight Lomachenko or no interest?
Yeah, he wants to move up, and if he wants to move up and weight 135, then that's a fight that would make a lot of sense.
It would be a big fight.
And if his watch the fights, I watch him, and he can. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me thinking out loud and maybe not appreciating. But sometimes it seems like he makes mistakes, but he can get away with it in other ways with athleticism. He might leave his hands down a little too much, or he can get away with footwork or stuff like. But he can jump right back out. So I don't know, just depending on also the opponents. The opponents sometimes like they're too small, like they can't really do much.
Matchmaking is very important, but he is talented. He's not winning by mistake.
No, he is.
Right now is a time where boxing is looking for heroes. Everybody's retiring.
A lot of retirements.
Marquez, Mayweather, Cotto retired this year. Floyd,
Guerrero, Klitschko,
Ward. Yeah, Ward. You remember you were out for 2 years, you kept saying you retired?
I came back.
Now you came back and you're taking over.
James Tony retired for like 3 years and came back.
Marquez for 2, Mayweather for a while, Pacquiao for 2 weeks, Brandon retired and came back. It's crazy. It's barely what, 4 in the afternoon, 5, and it feels like it's 9 and 10 p.m.
It's like 5 start. Oh, Fantasma.
Yeah.
Sing for me?
Yeah. You're next to
I don't know. We'll see, depending on the venue and what their schedule.
There you have it, guys. The full interview. There's a few more interviews out there of Mikey Garcia inviting VASYL Lomachenko up to 135. He wanted the VASYL Lomachenko fight. He wanted the VASYL Lomachenko smoke. That's a super fight we all wanted to see. We all wanted to see Mikey Garcia versus VASYL Lomachenko for all the belts. There's no reason Mikey Garcia should be. We wanted to see Mikey Garcia versus VASYL Lomachenko for all the belts. There is no reason Mikey Garcia should be fighting Errol Spence. This is a fight he doesn't win. This is a clear duck. He ducked VASYL Lomachenko just like Kell Brook tried to duck. Just like Kell Brook tried to duck Errol Spence Jr. This is the same Errol Spence Jr. Kell Brook tried to duck, and then Mikey Garcia wants to fight him. Kell Brook eventually had to go back down to see Errol Spence Jr. And he got what he deserved. He got stopped and he got his other eye socket broken. You think Mikey Garcia is not going to get both his eye socket broken? If you guys like Mikey Garcia, like you say you do, I'm a fan of Mikey Garcia. If I was in his corner, I would have said, Mikey Garcia, don't take that fight. That's a lose-lose situation in my opinion. But maybe the guy's just after some money. He needs some money. Maybe he wants to start a new business. But I'm sure he made a lot of money in his career already. I mean, he's beaten a few champions. I mean, 4 division world champion. So, I'm sure he has a lot of money. So, what's the point of fighting? Maybe he just wants that pay-per-view fight. But I said that pay-per-view fight is already with Lomachenko, man. I would have paid to see that Lomachenko work. Even though I believe Lomachenko would have beat him. Okay, guys, I'm just going to get straight to the point. VASYL Lomachenko was gonna beat Mikey Garcia. We all know this. VASYL Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia doesn't like to fight athletic, fast fighters. We know stories of Mikey Garcia getting embarrassed by a guy like Terrence Crawford. What Mikey Garcia say after that fight happened in the amateurs? Mikey Garcia said Terrence Crawford ran. How the guy run when he outboxes you? You're in the ring. You're stuck in the ring with a guy. You're stuck in the ring with a guy. How is he running? You guys have to fight. It's your job to cut off the ring. That's why you learn these skills in boxing. I'm a former boxer myself. I fought guys, amateur boxer, not a pro boxer. 20 years old. But still, there's pros there at 20 years old. But I'm just saying, you should be able to cut off the ring. As a professional fighter, you should learn in your gym how to cut off the ring. If a guy is moving, you should cut off the ring and punish him. Pin him against the rope and punish him. You have to cut off the ring and do what you want to do. Dictate the fight. Do not let, do not let the boxer dictate the fight. You're going to lose. And it seems like that's what Mikey Garcia doesn't want. He doesn't want to go in there against a slick mover like a VASYL Lomachenko who knows how to get himself. He doesn't, I'm not saying VASYL Lomachenko doesn't have defense. He doesn't have the best defense in the world. It's just that his offense makes up for his defense because he's the most offensive fighter in boxing right now. He's always on the move. The guy never slows down. The guy moves as fast as he does from round 1 to round 12. Where does he get all this energy? I have no idea. My theory for Mikey Garcia moving up 2 weight classes to fight Errol Spence Jr. is the fact that Mikey Garcia, he didn't want to lose to the smaller guy. He would rather lose to the bigger guy so everybody can give him some type of credit. And losing to the bigger guy gives you more money. So Mikey Garcia took advantage of that opportunity. So I can't knock him for taking advantage of a lucrative opportunity. He took advantage of a lucrative opportunity to go up in weight, to fight for a title that he's not going to win, but he's going to make a lot of money, and he's going to get a lot of credit from a lot of these fanboys because they're going to say, a lot of these other welterweights didn't want to fight Errol Spence, and Mikey Garcia did it. Hats off to Mikey Garcia. Like I said, I can already see Mikey. I can already hear Mikey Garcia post-fight interview. And this is how it's going to go. Mikey Garcia post-fight interview is going to go something like this. Man, I did what I had to do. A lot of guys didn't want to fight Errol Spence Jr. And I did what I had to do. I went in there and did what I had to do. He was just too big. Just going to use the size excuse. He was just too big. And he's as good as they say he is. So, yeah. So hats off to Errol Spence Jr. He did what he had to do. I don't want to take credit from him. Hopefully Mike Garcia isn't a sore loser. He's going to not try to take credit from Errol Spence Jr. and give the man his credit when he gets his ass beat. But I got Mikey Garcia going in there and saying these exact words. Instead of saying he was the much better guy, he's going to say the size was just too much. The size advantage was too much. But everybody told you. Everybody and their mom told you there was a major size advantage. You talking about you have the speed. Okay, man. There's weight classes there for a reason. Errol Spence is pretty fast as well, man. Just because you haven't been in the ring with the guy and you feel like you're the smaller guy, you think you're not Amir Khan fast, my boy. You're going to get dropped. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get dropped. Your better option should have been fighting VASYL Lomachenko instead of ducking this guy to go fight Errol Spence Jr. I can't give you credit for that because I don't think it's bravery. I think it's stupidity. You should have fought Lomachenko. That's the fight I wanted to see. That's the fight a lot of fans wanted to see. You versus Errol Spence Jr. is not the fight I wanted to see. VASYL Lomachenko, he looks pretty unbeatable right now. He's dominating the 135 division. But he just had a fight scheduled with Anthony Crolla. Should we give this guy a pass for fighting a guy in Anthony Crolla? I don't know. He's fought some top competition. So maybe we can give him a pass for fighting a guy like Anthony Crolla. But we wanted to see VASYL Lomachenko versus Richard Commey or Mikey Garcia. So Mikey Garcia should have been fighting Richard Commey, and then the winner for that unifies with VASYL Lomachenko. I mean, those are the fights we wanted to see, guys. Those are the fights we wanted to see. Those are the fights we need to see. I still want to see Mikey Garcia versus VASYL Lomachenko. After Mikey Garcia get beat up, after Mikey Garcia gets his ass beat, I want him to come back down to 135, even though staying at 147 is the better option, so he can possibly get a rematch with Errol Spence Jr. if he looks a little bit good in that fight, if it's not a completely one-sided fight. Stay there, fight guys like Danny Garcia. I don't know about Sean Porter, but guys that been on a losing streak. But I don't want to see him go down and lose to VASYL, because it reminds me of the Errol Spence versus Kell Brook situation, when Errol Spence beat up on Kell Brook when he came down after losing to Gennady Golovkin. Looks like that's the same situation. Mikey Garcia, if he comes down and has to fight VASYL Lomachenko, he's going to lose to that guy. But at least this time he's not going to get seriously hurt.